Red Bull's pursuit of George Russell has ignited a firestorm of rumours, leaving fans and pundits alike wondering if Russell could be the one to replace Sergio Perez by 2025. Despite Perez's contract extending until the end of 2026, his erratic performances compared to the unrelenting dominance of teammate Max Verstappen have left Red Bull in a precarious position. As the competition from McLaren and Ferrari intensifies, Red Bull is keenly aware that they need more than just one driver at the top of his game. The whispers of Russell stepping into Perez's shoes have grown louder, setting the stage for a seismic shift in the driver market. Could Russell, with his blend of speed, intelligence, and composure, be the answer to Red Bull's hunt for a powerful 1-2 punch in their lineup? And now, Red Bull has just given a crucial update on the Russell signing, adding even more fuel to the fire. George Russell's name has surfaced as a potential candidate for this highly coveted seat. Christian Horner recently mentioned that it would be foolish not to consider someone of Russell's caliber, especially with his Mercedes contract set to expire at the end of 2025. Red Bull's potential interest in George Russell stems from his impressive performances against none other than 7-time world champion Lewis Hamilton. Since joining Mercedes in 2022, Russell has managed to consistently outperform Hamilton in both qualifying and race pace, excluding the 2023 season where Hamilton bounced back to finish third in the Drivers' Championship. In their first year as teammates, Russell outscored Hamilton by 30 points, and many saw this as a sign of a changing guard at Mercedes. He was quicker in qualifying and was able to adapt better to the new ground effect regulations. While many argue that the car concept struggles hampered Hamilton's performances, Russell was driving the same machinery and consistently outclassed him on several race weekends. Hamilton's resurgence in 2023 doesn't diminish the fact that Russell proved his mettle in the previous seasons. For Red Bull, this makes Russell an appealing prospect, especially with the current concerns about Sergio Perez's lack of consistent performance alongside Max Verstappen. So, why isn't Red Bull promoting their junior drivers like Liam Lawson or Yuki Tsunoda instead of looking outside for experienced talent? Red Bull has a rich history of developing young talent, but their recent struggles with promoting drivers directly from their junior team have made them hesitant. Their experiences with Alex Albon and Pierre Gasly are prime examples. Both drivers showed promise but crumbled under the pressure of performing alongside Verstappen. Gasly, after struggling to match Verstappen's pace in 2019, was demoted mid-season. Similarly, Albon's stint alongside Verstappen was marked by underwhelming performances, leading to his eventual exit from the team. This track record has made Horner more cautious about thrusting another junior driver into the high-stakes environment of the top team. While Tsunoda has improved over the years, especially in comparison to his earlier seasons where he struggled with errors, Red Bull's standards are incredibly high, particularly for a driver who would need to match Verstappen's relentless pace. Tsunoda's performance, while commendable in a midfield team, may not be enough to warrant a promotion. Another factor working against Tsunoda is the future loss of Honda as Red Bull's engine supplier, which could affect his backing and influence within the team. While Honda has been a strong supporter of Tsunoda's career, their departure in 2026 may reduce the leverage he has within the Red Bull family. For now, it seems that Red Bull is more likely to look for external candidates rather than promoting from within. Additionally, Horner's desire for an experienced driver to partner Verstappen is driven by their need for consistency. While promoting from within is ideal, they cannot afford another repeat of the Gasly or Albon scenarios. Verstappen's dominance has made it clear that Red Bull needs a driver who can consistently finish close to him to ensure they remain competitive in the Constructors' Championship. This is why they are eyeing seasoned drivers like Russell, who has proven himself at Mercedes. One interesting theory floating around is whether Red Bull's interest in Russell is a form of retaliation against Mercedes and their team boss, Toto Wolff. Wolff has made no secret of his admiration for Verstappen and has publicly expressed interest in signing him in the future. This public courting of Red Bull's star driver may have influenced Red Bull's decision to pursue Mercedes' rising star, George Russell. It would certainly be a bold move, shaking up the driver market and reigniting the rivalry between the two teams. Red Bull's longtime advisor, Helmut Marko, has decisively quashed any rumours about George Russell joining their ranks, signalling a clear change in Red Bull's approach. Although Marko had previously praised Russell for his performances at Mercedes, he's now made it clear that Red Bull's focus is firmly set on developing their own talent, not chasing drivers like the rising Brit. In a candid chat, Marko didn't hold back in acknowledging Russell's impressive skill set. In fact, he even suggested the 26-year-old might be on par, if not quicker, than his 7-time world champion teammate Lewis Hamilton, particularly in qualifying. But despite this high praise, Marko, at 81, remains unwavering unwavering in his stance. Red Bull's top priority is grooming the talent they already have in-house. "We need to focus on our juniors," Marko declared, shutting the door on any possibility of signing Russell, who's tied to Mercedes until 2025. He added that while Russell carries the Mercedes brand, Red Bull is fully committed to giving their young drivers the spotlight they've been working towards. Helmut Marko's latest remarks come at a time when there's growing buzz around Red Bull's future driver lineup. While team principal Christian Horner had previously left the door slightly open to the idea of scouting talent from outside the Red Bull camp, Marko has firmly shut it. The veteran advisor made it clear that Red Bull's focus will remain squarely on nurturing the young guns within their own junior team. "We want to see what our juniors can do," Marko emphasized, leaving no room for doubt. Tsunoda, along with rising star Liam Lawson, are at the heart of Red Bull's strategy to build a future driven by their homegrown talent. Rather than seeking external drivers, the team is betting on this next wave of talent, signaling their intent to groom future champions from within their own ranks. But you never know what's brewing at Red Bull, and 2024 has been a testament to that. Helmut Marko and Christian Horner, despite working together for decades, often seem to have divergent views. Whether it's strategic decisions or handling internal matters, the two have faced rumoured tensions throughout the season. From disagreements over potential driver lineups to varying opinions on regulatory changes, their relationship has come under public scrutiny. While they've claimed a truce, the underlying differences still occasionally surface, showing that Red Bull's internal politics can be as unpredictable as the races themselves. Russell, currently trailing Lewis Hamilton by 19 points in the drivers' standings, has regularly outshone his legendary teammate in qualifying this season. Yet, despite Russell's impressive performances, Red Bull appears committed to developing their own talent rather than looking outside. As Russell continues to solidify his role at Mercedes, especially with the expected arrival of young prodigy Kimi Antonelli after Hamilton's eventual departure, any potential switch to Red Bull seems increasingly improbable. The idea of Russell moving to a team where he might once again play second fiddle, this time to Max Verstappen, feels even more unlikely. While Red Bull's interest in George Russell adds intrigue to the driver market, the team's commitment to nurturing their junior talent remains strong. Sergio Perez's future may be in question, but Red Bull seems more inclined to develop their own drivers rather than recruit externally. Despite Russell's strong performances against Lewis Hamilton and his potential to challenge Max Verstappen, Red Bull appears focused on consistency and internal growth. Whether this strategy pays off or leaves them vulnerable to competitors like Mercedes and McLaren is yet to be seen, but the driver dynamics at Red Bull will certainly continue to spark debate as the 2025 season approaches. Do you think Red Bull should look outside their junior program and pursue a driver like George Russell, or should they continue focusing on developing their homegrown talent like Yuki Tsunoda and Liam Lawson? Let us know in the comments. Until next time, goodbye for now.